The great vessels of the neck.
They are covered by a tubular investment of the deep cervical fascia, which is known as the carotid sheath. In the carotid sheath, the arterial stem that is lying medially, the venous stem that is lying laterally, and between and behind the arterial and the venous stem, you can see the vagus nerve. The carotid sheath that is well defined or thickened over the arterial stem. Here I am very clearly able to separate the carotid sheath, but if you see the same layer on the venous stem, it is ill defined, so as to allow the expansion of the internal jugular vein during increased venous return. This carotid sheath, if you see the extent, it is extending from the base of the skull to the arch of the aorta. So it is extending to the entire length. The anterior wall of the carotid sheath, that is formed by the pretracheal layer of deep cervical fascia. This anterior layer, it is fused with the posterior surface of the sternocleidomastoid, right? So it is placed like this. So the anterior wall of the carotid sheath, that is fused with the posterior surface of the sternocleidomastoid. This is the posterior layer of the carotid sheath, which is formed by the prevertebral layer of deep cervical fascia. We have seen that anterior layer is fused with the posterior surface of the sternocleidomastoid. Here what happens, the posterior wall of the carotid sheath, it is separated from the prevertebral layer of deep cervical fascia by loose areolar tissue.
Ansa cervicalis is basically a loop of nerve fibers which is present in the anterior wall of the carotid sheath. If you see the formation of the ansa cervicalis, it is formed by the superior root and inferior root. Superior root is derived from the hypoglossal nerve, which is carrying the fibers from C1. So as this root is descending from the hypoglossal nerve, it is also known as descendens hypoglossine. Whereas the inferior root, that is formed by C2 and C3 fibers, as they are derived from the cervical segment, the inferior root is also known as the descendens cervicalis. Superior root runs in front of the common carotid artery, whereas the inferior root runs lateral to the internal jugular vein. Both these roots descends and forms a loop in the anterior wall of the carotid sheath. This loop is known as ansa cervicalis. From the superior root, one branch is going and supplying the superior belly of the omohyoid. This ansa cervicalis is basically to supply all the infrahyoid group of muscles, that is the muscles which are present below the hyoid bone in the neck. So from the superior root, one branch is going and supplying superior belly of omohyoid. From the loop, there are branches to sternohyoid and sternothyroid. And from the inferior root, there is one branch going to the inferior belly of the omohyoid. Thyrohyoid and geniohyoid muscle, that is supplied through the fibers of C1, which are carried by the hypoglossal nerve. So thyrohyoid and geniohyoid, it is not supplied by ansa cervicalis, but they are receiving direct fibers from C1, which are carried through the hypoglossal nerve. So this loop formation is known as ansa cervicalis. So we have understood the formation of the loop of ansa cervicalis. Now let's take a look to this loop of ansa cervicalis in C2.
On the anterior wall of the carotid sheath, there is a thin nerve loop which is present over the lower part of the larynx, and it is going to supply the infrahyoid muscles. This is a common carotid. This is internal jugular. So here there was presence of a sheath, carotid sheath, and in the anterior wall you can see some nerve loops running, which is known as ansa cervicalis. This is one root. This is known as descendens hypoglossi, which, or you can also call it superior root, and this is the inferior root. You can see a formation of a loop here. So this is superior root, inferior root, and formation of a loop. This superior root that is derived from the descending branch of the hypoglossal nerve, and the fibers are coming from C1. So this is known as descendens hypoglossi. Whereas the inferior root that is coming from C2 and C3. These two roots, superior and inferior root, they are forming a nerve loop over the anterior wall of the carotid sheath, which is known as ansa cervicalis, or you can also call it ansa hypoglossi. Superior root is present on the common carotid and internal carotid artery. This is known as descendens hypoglossi, whereas the inferior root is known as descendens cervicalis, which is present on the internal jugular vein, and it is forming a loop. Now, if you see the branches of ansa cervicalis, as I told you that it is supplying infrahyoid muscles, so you can see one branch going to superior belly of omohyoid. This is derived from descendens hypoglossi, which is the superior root. So the superior root that gives one branch and it supplies the superior belly of the omohyoid. After reflecting this, when you see the loop, from the loop there are branches which is going and supplying sternothyroid as well as sternohyoid. So you can see this nerve going and supplying sternothyroid.